8th, 2026. Carmen, roll call.
Trustee Saint Germain.
Here.
Trustee Craig.
Here.
Trustee Kepke.
Here.
Trustee Dramus.
Here.
Trustee McIntosh is absent.
Absent. Thank you very much. Okay, you may commence.
Left base. Present arms. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order arms. About face. Got on post. Left face. Forward march.
Thank you. You may be seated. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Can I get a motion to approve meeting minutes from April 20th, special meeting April 30th, and special meeting May 6th?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for the work session, regular session on April 20th, 2026, special meeting April 30th, 2026, and special meeting May 6th, 2026.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Carmen, do we have any public comment besides the beautiful group in front of us?
No, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Hill?
All right, it's that time of year again for our cycle where everybody's getting antsy to go home for home pass and come back and finish up. We have some cadets who've done a really good job in hopefully finishing their high school careers here. So we got to acknowledge them and get a request from you to allow them to graduate. My name is Jim Hill. I'm the principal here at the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy. It's my honor to recognize some of these cadets today. IDYCA is very unique in providing 3 pathways for academics. They include credit recovery to return to school, the GED, and the ability to receive a high school diploma. I would like all the cadets who are presently working towards their GED to please stand up. I would like all the cadets who are planning to do their high school diploma through Joint School District 171 to please stand up. These cadets have been working diligently in the mornings and during study times outside of their required classes to reach their academic goals to be able to get their diploma. For all of their hard work, squadron, please give them a hand. All right, thank you. Take your seats. Those that are requesting early graduation, please line up over here alphabetically now. I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Morgelt. He deserves recognition for helping prepare these cadets with their future readiness projects and the presentation that's about to take place. Squadron, give Mr. Morgelt a hand. And with that, I'll let them speak for themselves.
Sorry. Good afternoon. I'm Senior Airman Ayala. I'm from Nampa, Idaho. My immediate plans after graduating the academy is to study at CWI and to get my associate's degree. After I graduate, I would like to pursue further education to BSU to get a bachelor's degree in law. My career goals is to become a lawyer. I've become interested with this career from personal experiences and interactions with family lawyers. I've become very passionate about this career ever since. And I would respectfully request an approval to an early graduation. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Cadet Senior Airman Barrera. I am from Gidding, Idaho. After graduating, my immediate plans are to apply at my local nursing home, Bennett Hills, and get my CNA. My career goals include becoming a travel nurse or enlisting in the Air Force and becoming a dental hygienist. I want to pursue these career options because I have a passion for helping others and exploring the world. I intend to use my income to save for college, personal expenses, and investments. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm A1C Carlos. I'm from Aberdeen, Idaho, and my immediate plans after I graduate are to join the Air Force so that I can pursue and be able to pay for a career in meteorology. I want to pursue this since I'm interested in traveling and the weather, and I would want to see the world. I respectfully request approval for early graduation.
I have to ask, what did you think about the storm last week?
Oh, I thought it was really cool. It was really beautiful. And I would really want to like get into that and be able to, just help out with like maybe future issues, if that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I am Senior Airman Estrada. I am from Twin Falls, Idaho. After graduating the academy, my immediate plans are to apply at Texas Roadhouse, Volta, or go back to being a hostess at my local Mexican restaurant. My career goals include becoming an esthetician and moving up to being a master esthetician, meaning I'll give advanced services such as chemical peels and beauty services. I will achieve these goals by applying at my local cosmetology school, Beta Institute in Twin Falls, Idaho. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Senior Airman Gribby. I'm from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. After graduating the academy, my immediate plan is to live with my mother and then listen to the Army National Guard and be an EMT on the civilian side. I want to pursue these career options because I want to do something successful in my life. And I intend to use my income to buy myself an apartment and to buy a used car. I will save $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. And if I have debt, I will use the debt snowball I have learned from the Dave Ramsey's baby steps. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Cadet Senior Airman Hales. I'm from Meridian. After graduating the academy, my immediate plans are to go and work at my grandfather's farm and to save for an LDS mission. Upon returning from my mission, my career goal is to work for my father's contracting company and eventually take it over. I want to pursue these career options for like freedom in my own job and to just grow the company on my terms. I intend to use my income to eventually buy a home and start a family. I respectfully request approval for early graduation.
Good afternoon. My name is Chase, Senior Airman Huff. I'm from Blackfoot, Idaho. My immediate plans after graduation are to apply at Sputnik. It is a farm manufacturing company. And my career goals are to eventually join law enforcement once I turn 18. And I'm interested in a specific career, and it would be law enforcement. And I just want to do that because I want to help the community. I believe I would be good at that. And I would use my income to rent an apartment, save for my first home. And I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Sorry. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I am Cadet Staff Sergeant Loveland, and I am from Meridian, Idaho. My immediate plans after getting my diploma from the academy is to go to my local recruiter and enlist in the United States Coast Guard. My career goals, I would like to be a aviation rescue swimmer in the Coast Guard, and then if that doesn't work out, I would like to be a wildland firefighter. And then I'm interested in these careers because I'm very passionate about helping others, and then I would just love to serve my community. And then with my income, I would plan to save for a car, a house, and then just save for like other necessities later on in my life. And then I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Senior Airman Lunders. I am from Rubens. From this, my immediate plans are to live with my parents and contact my Navy recruiter. Until then, I'll be working on my family's farm and be looking for a college that my recruiter recommends. My career goals are to be enlisted in the Navy or go to college to become a lawyer. I want to pursue these career options because my family has been in the military since World War II, and then since then was never involved in it. I also love dealing with legal issues and defending others. I intend to use my income to save up for a vehicle and other life essentials later on in life. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Cadet Senior Airman Naranjo. I am from Twin Falls, Idaho. My immediate plans after graduating from the academy are to either get a job at Ulta or work at Bridgeview Nursing Home. My career goals are to either enlist in the Marines or become a police officer in Twin Falls. I'm interested in these jobs because I know I'll serve a good purpose in both of these careers. And I intend to use my income for saving for a car, saving for a house, and investing the rest. And I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Staff Sergeant Sanchez. I'm from Burley, Idaho. After graduating from the academy, my immediate plans are to get my license, buy my car with cash, join boxing, and get a small job in the automotive field. My career goals include working as either an automotive mechanic or a professional car detailer. I want to pursue these career options because I've always loved cars and getting my hands dirty fixing things. And for car detailing, I have my own business and I love cleaning cars and making them look brand new. I intend to use my income to save up to get my own place, buy my dream car with cash, have a healthy emergency fund and savings account, and pay for day-to-day purchases. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Cadet Senior Airman Trujillo. I'm from Twin Falls, Idaho. After graduating from the IDYCA, my immediate plans are to continue working at J&W Agricultural Corp. And stay consistent to working out. My career goals would be to join the military or be an escalator, elevator repair technician. I would want to pursue these career goals because I have family in the industry of trades, and the military is some adrenaline I'd enjoy to do. I tend to use the seven Ramsey steps to get financially right. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Airman Strabis. I'm from Northern Idaho. After graduating the academy, my immediate plan is attending North Idaho College and do an apprenticeship program to get certified to become an auto body paint technician. This will help me get a step closer to my career goals, which is to build a business doing custom decals and art on cars. I've been passionate about art basically my whole life, and I feel it's been a big part of my life. I respectfully request approval for early graduation.
I'm from Collins Academy, and if to pursue, or I would like to be a firefighter because I've been surrounded by these career options since I was very young, and my dad taught me pose, which got my heart racing. That's to do. I attend income responsibly to become stable by use save 7 Dave Ramsey steps to get financially right. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm gonna find a job in forest conservation because I value taking care of the forest, and for people like me that like spending time out there. I want to use my income to live sparingly, save my money for a down payment on a house and a car that I can drive for long term. And I respectfully request permission to graduate early. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Cadet Staff Sergeant Woodford. I am from Post Falls, Idaho. Immediately after graduating the IDYCA, I plan on working full-time as a barista in the Coeur d'Alene area, splitting rent with my sister. My long-term career goals are to enlist in the Army and as a first choice, and as a second choice, join the HVAC field at an apprenticeship at NIC. I chose these career options because I enjoy active hands-on work. I intend to use my income to sustain myself and build a large emergency fund and retirement fund. I respectfully request permission and approval for early graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm A1C Young. I'm from Star, Idaho. Upon graduating from the IDYCA, my immediate plan is to obtain my driver's license and attend the Northwest Lineman College. On the side, I would be working at 5-star boarding and equine. My career goal includes being a lineman. I plan to use Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps to stay financially stable. I respectfully request approval for early graduation. Thank you for your time.
Squadron, give them one more round of applause, please. That's pretty exciting. You know, these kids, they think about what their immediate plans are and then their future plans and where their interests lie and what's potentially an opportunity for them to become a career later on in life. It's exciting to hear them present to their classes and then to us in the administration to learn about what they're planning for their futures. Upon earning their remaining credits, meeting the Idaho Department of Education and the JSD 171 graduation requirements, I respectfully request the school board to vote in favor of these early graduation requests. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Would entertain a motion to accept the early graduation requests from the IDYCA cadets.
I make a motion to accept these early graduation requirements, and congratulations to each of you.
I'll second that.
Second across the board. Any discussion?
Good job.
Congratulations, a nice job.
Yeah. Everyone has a good, solid plan, I think. I think it's easy to believe in your abilities to go forward. So you should be proud of yourselves. And I'm proud that Joint School District 171 is a partner for the Idaho Youth Challenge Academy and support the educational elements here. It's a good thing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Ryan. Motion carries.
Cadets, on your feet.
Left, hey. Off the right, on left. Stay advised, arch. If you see that, you can play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. What is that? Or we just don't care. 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30. All right, large. Yeah. Well, there. Stop on the right, on right. All right. Pass. Forward. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13.
Not a lot of people can say that.
Hi. Okay, here we are back in action. If I could get a motion for the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Motion carries. Thank you. Reports and recognitions. The Orofino Elementary School substitutes and substitutes in general are to be celebrated. You know, they save us. We couldn't function without them. And we want to make sure that we express appreciation. In particular, Christy Adams, Pam Bowler, Rick Garul, Kelly Loden, and Alicia Tilley were called out by Denise at Orofino Elementary. In addition, the parent-teacher organization provides ongoing and continuous support. They really helped out with snacks during the ISATs to help people have full bellies and be able to focus. They provided goodies and local business support during Staff Appreciation Week. Local business contributors were Lewis Clark Credit Union, Clover Valley Health and Clinics, Night Force, Edward Jones, Debco, Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union, Innovative Electric, and Finke Logging. So we want to make a special thanks to those folks. At Orofino Junior Senior High School, JJ Craig has been our student custodian and he's done a fabulous job. And the team at OJHS is going to miss him. So we wanted to make sure that he got a special shout out from the board. Deb Schmidt is leading the Maniac Green Things group. And we want to celebrate that effort. At Timberline, Katie Bird and Tyler Barron were awarded the Idaho Lottery wish list for their classrooms for additional supplies. My hat's off to those who chaperoned the 8th grade Boise cultural trip. Tim Nelson and Nikki Trebe. That I can't imagine what it was like to spend 4 days down and back in Boise and throughout the big city with a bunch of 8th graders from Timberline. Cody, you're recognized especially in our information this month for keeping the SPED program alive, the delivery rolling forward, and acting as a substitute whenever needed. And we appreciate you above and beyond. So does Timberline. I want to make an announcement to make sure everyone's aware that on the 21st at Timberline at 1:30 in the afternoon, the leadership showcase will take place. I have been able to participate in the past. I'm going to really try hard to get there this year. The first year, is it FCCLA? The student-led leadership and skill base that they have. There's some stuff on entrepreneurship and just an overall way to really get impressed about what's going on in our institution, both educationally and also outside extracurricular activities around leadership.
And that starts at 1:30?
At 1:30 on the 21st. I want to make a special shout out and a expression of appreciation publicly to the Shannon Simpson Memorial Fund, who provided resources to assist with the school pantry program. Shannon was a neat lady. I didn't know her very well, but every time I was around her, my heart felt warmer. Jessica Traylor continues to work as our homeless liaison, another huge and hard job and an appreciated role. Her efforts provide much value to our program and to students and families who need her help. So I appreciate all of those. Anybody else got anything that they want to bring out?
You covered them pretty well. I think just a shout out. Oh. Go ahead, Brian.
I was going to congratulate the Orofino High School 2026 baseball champions. Came home on Sunday after a pretty long week themselves last week down in Boise. So congratulations to those boys.
Absolutely. And thank you for being the one that did that, Mr. Baseball Coach and Dad. Awesome. Did you have one?
I think Mr. Hill already pointed out Mr. Borgelt for helping the kids, but I'd like to give a shout out to the cadets for their community service projects they do. They came and swept the streets or the sidewalks for the city of Pierce. They're always out picking up trash. They help people, disabled and elderly people, get their wood in. I mean, it's a huge contribution to our community. So yeah.
Yep, it's a good thing.
It's fun. It's fun to interact with the kids too, you know.
Okay, any questions on the building reports?
Look good.
Program reports, any questions? Carmen, I noticed that the district breakfast is consistent as far as participation throughout the year. And, you know, we as a district commit to breakfast and making sure that our population has bellies full in the morning so they can think and be focused during the day. And to me, where we have those consistent numbers across the months, it's working, right? They're taking advantage of it. Gosh, I have a occupational therapy call out, but I didn't finish my note in Cody's report. Let me take a quick look. I think it was about for the efficiencies, right? You're finding efficiencies, and are we offering them virtual Okay. And we'll continue to do so because it's working? Okay, I think that's what it was. Okay. Okay. Jason?
You take a look at the Thrive dashboard, that's updated.
Love that thing.
And there's a few interesting things. You can see our enrollment is up slightly, just a few kids, but from this time last year, we're down 25 still. So we closed it just a tiny bit. You also, if you look on that first chart under enrollment, where it shows the green bar of 1,034 students district-wide, you'll see that the support units associated with that is down also to 76.79. And that was based on our February payment. So hopefully our enrollment will continue to go back up. You can see it in graphic form there on the right. Also attendance on our, if you remember on our attendance calculations, these are based on actual students in school. So if they're gone for spring sports, that counts against us, and you'll see that in the report. But we still overall have improved attendance significantly from last month to this month. That's even with the secondary schools having a lot of activities in the spring. So overall, as a district, we're up to 94.37. And again, that's from last board meeting until like Thursday,
Right.
basically.
And,
a snapshot.
and I was curious, I mean, I know the March is not real, right? So the data just didn't come through from March of last year?
I'm not sure, last year.
Yeah, you dropped off to nothing.
Let's see, what are we looking at? District. There's a point that's missing, it looks like.
Yep, that's what I thought. It's just the data missing.
Questions about
And
that?
can you remind me, our goal was 93%.
Correct.
And we're currently above that.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's good.
And the one Chris was referring to on the right is the chronic absenteeism rate. And so that's a percentage, you can see the definition of there. Basically, if you fall below that 90% threshold, you're calculated in that rate. And so our rate went slightly up.
Do we have a projection on the graduation rate as we're nearing the end here? If we're going to be on track with our goal?
I don't.
Okay.
Look on the last one, budget dashboard. You can see that we're about 3.9 million remaining in our budget for FY 26. Spent about 9.5 so far, which is about 70%. And I just wanted to add an aside that we have created some new, essentially savings accounts for facilities totaling a little over 900,000. And we're able to save for some of the projects that don't fit in that 521 requirements, like track repair, bus garage repairs, things like that. So that's a change. And should help us with those projects in the future. And eventually here, like you saw from the principal reports, their discipline data in each of their reports, that'll eventually be another tab on here. So it's all just in one place for your, for an overview. And then they tell us when we eventually switch to cumulative, which is the new version of Skyward, which is our student management system, that hopefully it will do that for us. And, we'll just have it automatically and won't have to do this, but we'll see.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. In theory,
So
could be.
similar to the assembly tool and the features that it has around dashboard presentation.
Basically a format like this, but automatically from our student management system. You could build your own tiles, and we export data into spreadsheets, and I feed this with spreadsheets. So, and if you make a mistake, like you don't put a data point in there,
Yeah, I just assumed. Yeah, I absolutely love the dashboard. So
it's still a work in progress, but hopefully at least gives you a high level.
Yeah, and I think having the behavioral stuff would be great.
Yeah.
I thought we did have, and I thought we did have a comparison of the same kind of behavioral data last year as this year, and I was just curious.
We might have
about the
well, I've never collected it like I asked him to report it this month before, so I know we didn't in that way. A building may have in the past reported, from this year to this year, but we'll probably stick with a similar format to what you saw: office referrals, in-school suspensions, out-of-school suspensions, so you have a big picture. And then especially if you have a percentage, if you can see the percentage of students, that's informative also.
Yes, there's some minor spikes that could be seen from the data.
Sure. Questions about that?
That's good.
And then the rest of mine was kind of ongoing facilities things. As well as, I'm in the middle of evaluation cycles, just like the principals. Negotiations been a big thing we've been working on quite a bit. I think we've had 3 meetings, have another one soon.
That reminds me, we need to do your evaluation. Think about that.
Questions on anything else on my report?
No.
Looks good, Jason.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm going to do a walkthrough with disaster response, and they're going to go over, what's covered by insurance, and then they'll be able to start the actual repairs and putting the warehouse back together. We're anxious for that, as are the neighbors that have to listen to the reefer trailer.
And you did walk pack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep,
I've reached out to 3 different architecture firms to submit us their qualifications so that we can start moving on some of our larger projects. We need to select an architect to begin negotiating with for the bigger projects that require engineer and architecture design. That would be examples would be like Timberline parking lot, some of the major drainage projects we have. And so that's kind of step 1 there. We've got to select an architect and then begin that work prior to the full process.
Okay, if there are no questions, we can move on to our discussion and action items. I did not click on the surplus. I didn't.
There are a few things on there.
Okay.
One thing is our old forklift, not the one that I bought recently, but is inoperable, and we're going to list that on public surplus and see what happens, but it's going to be sold in scrap condition. Radiator, the fan went through the radiator, just the blade broke off, went through the radiator, and then it also has distributor. Basically, it's a distributor system, and it's broken loose and won't stay in time unless you hold it in the right spot. It's an old piece of junk, basically. And then there are 3 ranges from Orofino Junior Senior High School.
So question, can we scrap it or do we have to offer it?
We just decided to offer it, and then we will scrap it. If it doesn't sell on public surplus for more than what we can scrap it for, then we will scrap it. And yes, we can.
Okay, and we have an idea of what that value is. Scrap.
It's
Specific
just a
steel.
guess, yeah, but all of those I think are less than 500. So they're really just notification for you, but
Okay.
that maybe the forklift will go for more.
Okay, so no actions at this time.
No.
Okay, thank you. Policy.
Okay. So if you open the summary, it's the fastest way.
I personally didn't see anything that called attention or concern. The clarification from ISBA, I assume we'll put that in our format for the procurement. Public Works contracting, excuse me, 7405.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah, you're
jumping
fine.
around.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We can just,
Brian, did you have any questions on the policy stuff? I don't want to miss you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was pretty straightforward to me.
if you recall, we talked briefly in our first read about the eighth grade math standards modification, not math standards, but requiring eighth grade mastery. I'm not going to move forward with that policy. So that policy is not listed on here.
Okay.
We're not prepared for that. We would have to be able to, if we added that to our policy, we'd have to be able to clearly define, mastery of eighth grade standards and have an alternate route. We don't have that. So we're going to stay with the status quo for middle school credits before moving to high school. The rest of them are on here. Chris asked some questions about federal grant, the federal grant policy. And that's a policy that's in place and has some requirements in it, like if you receive federal funds before they're dispersed, usually we get them after in a reimbursement format, but in some grants you could get them early. If you do, you have to put them in an interest-bearing account. We'll calculate that on actual interest. You can charge some fees to it, but otherwise it still just clarifies that those funds have to be spent the way they were intended. It has to be in a bank that's insured. Ours always are, things like that.
And there was another one that we had to make a decision. There was a option choice.
Yes.
So 2445.
Oh, I was looking for it. Oh, that's on virtual instruction and whether or not we count actual attendance or the percent completed, and we would count actual attendance. So
okay,
they would have to be, basically it's a login kind of way to calculate attendance. We don't have a mechanism yet to give attendance for completion in virtual instruction. The other question was around RIF policy. The changes in the RIF policy are not substantive. They're language changes, eliminating some old verbiage. And so if you adopt that policy, we'll just align our negotiated agreement to the new policy.
Okay, I didn't know if we wanted to have that any discussion or insight or inputs, considering we're in negotiations and they're front of mind right now.
Yeah, it's just eliminating some words that don't apply.
Okay.
Anymore. There's terms that they don't use.
Okay.
Old laws.
And if we adopt tonight, then that will be something that we will bring forward. Okay, thank you. So do we need to formalize the selection of in 2445 item 10? We would track each student on actual hours as part of the motion, or is that?
I wouldn't just say as presented for simplicity.
Okay.
And I will make sure that the revised policy aligns with what we decided.
Okay. Those are the only questions I had. Are there any additional questions on the policy? Second read for May 18th. Brian, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, I want to make sure you can hear me. So I would entertain a motion regarding the policy recommendations as presented by staff.
I make a motion to approve these policies as presented by administration.
I'll second.
Beat me.
Any further discussion? So we have 13 adoptions, 4 recommended that we would like to adopt, 3 corrections, and we're holding on 1. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you very much. A little bit of discussion on the community engagement survey. Thank you very much for your inputs. I did make some comments to the the items that you had included, Jason. I appreciated that. And I think we're well on our way to sort of haranguing this early strategic planning process before we have true guidance. I think what I'd like to do is take the ideas, kind of craft them, formalize them a little bit, and then present them as kind of a draft to the team and see if that's how they want to proceed. And then literally we can start making some assignments about who we want to go talk to and get a timeline associated. Does that sound like a plan?
I like that idea.
Okay. I'll probably work directly with Taylor. She's quite engaged in this kind of thing, and I'll go back and forth with her. Jim, do you want to, is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, all right. Okay, so in the next couple of weeks, keep an eye out for that, and we'll send a note out through Jason. Okay, thank you for your participation in that. Update on negotiations. You want to provide that?
Yeah. Just generally, we have been discussing salaries and benefits, of course. Insurance is a big increase this year, 19.5% to us. So the state's offsetting that with about 10.25%. So the balance of that is a significant increase in cost to the district. The state funded basically a status quo budget, so no additional revenue in the state budget, but held harmless, so we didn't have to have budget holdbacks per se. Our enrollment is declining, so that is not helpful. But unlike other state agencies where they actually had a specific holdback. So we've been mostly focused on that, but also with some other, soft skills kind of things, discussions about time, during the day, prep time, that kind of thing, surveys, checking on staff well-being, surveying, teacher surveys, things like that. I don't know, you have anything else you want to
I
add?
think publicly, we should recognize the fact that the legislature made some new rules around engagement with unions across the board. And so we've been taking a look with them on how do we work together moving forward? How do we make sure that we are in alignment so there aren't any fines or punitive measures associated with the new rules? And that the union, the Clearwater Education Association, and staff are working well together to facilitate that. A big change needs to be around union dues can't be pulled from payroll. So the team's working well together. And I think across the board, this is my 3rd year in negotiations, and it just feels more respectful, more trusting, and sort of willingness for both of us to listen and hear and come up collaboratively with actions that we so far have been able to take have consensus on. So I'm pretty happy about it, really. Brian, you want to add?
Well, I would agree. I think that foundationally we've built some strong partnerships there, and I think we're starting to see kind of the fruits of that labor over the last couple of years, and hopefully beyond.
Thank you for that. Asbestos plan. I didn't see a link. Was it linked?
Nope.
Thank you. Are we ready for an action on it?
Yeah, as soon as I find it.
Any surprises?
No surprises.
No good surprises. I was kind of wanting a good surprise.
Asbestos and good surprise in the same
Yeah.
sentence.
Like not an issue, not here. That is big an issue.
Okay, so the reason for this request is that, as you recall, we learned, we were way out of compliance with our asbestos management. We got Orofino Elementary School done, and that allows us to do capital projects that that may involve asbestos there. The rest of our buildings we have not done. And so I had the same company quote us to extend that to the rest of our buildings, so that we can get moving on some of our other projects. The total price for all of that is $50,700. And that will do the district office, Cavendish Peck, OGA, SHS, all buildings, Timberline, both buildings or all buildings, which will cover the remainder of the district operated buildings. So I'd like to move forward with that as soon as possible. They said they'll start right away. It shouldn't take us too long.
So the guard takes care of this facility?
And how much was it?
Just over $50,000.
57.
I thought it was going to be quite a bit more than that, so I was
Yeah,
pretty
that's
pleased
not-
for the whole district coming in that. So that includes the full-blown initial inspection, all of the reporting associated with that. They do the testing on that. They do samples of, all the products that may have asbestos in the facility and do all the reporting. Then they build the asbestos compliant plan for each building so that we'll have all of that documentation. Eventually, then we will have to ensure compliance on each year and making sure that the plan is in place, that contractors that come to work are notified. They have to sign off. We have to do a reeval annually, just basically submit that nothing's changed, those kind of things.
So that gets us in compliance with the reporting part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be when they complete this, we'll be ready to go for large projects.
And are we having conversations around having them on a retainer to be able to continue that, or?
We won't need them. We won't,
Okay.
no, that
Okay.
won't be needed.
Okay, didn't know if we-
Had we maintained this properly throughout the years, we wouldn't, we would have had ongoing expense, which, I don't know what would have been cheaper, but this will get us back in compliance.
And what's the name of the company?
This is Terracon.
Terracon?
Yeah, they were originally recommended us from the Idaho DEQ,
Okay.
and that's the same company that did Orofino Elementary. They're out of Boise. They've been very responsive. Been real happy with their work. Thorough.
Any questions, Brian?
No, it's a must, that's for sure.
Yeah, the only thought I had initially was as far as price and these new procurement rules, but we're under the threshold, so I would
Wow.
enter a motion that we accept the Terracon proposal.
I'll make a motion to accept the Terracon proposal in the amount of $50,700.
I'll second.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, motion carries. Last but not least, new hires and separations. We have a sped teacher at Timberline. That's wonderful.
I'll make a motion to accept the new hires and separations as presented.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now we have a new sped teacher at Timberline. Awesome. Okay, I have no need for executive. Brian, do you?
Nope.
Okay. I did make a note that we do need to probably kick off our superintendent evaluation process, so I'll work with Farah and you on that, Jason. and get that out, the forms out to the team. We'll probably want to have that, Carmen, in June on the executive. Mhm. I think we've done it in June in the past. December, June, before contracts, right? Yeah, July 1, yeah, okay. Any other ideas? Desires?
I've sent it along those lines. I've sent the survey to leadership for board input on the meeting, so you'll have that.
Oh, perfect. Good timing. Okay, now's your chance, folks.
I was resisting jokes, so.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate
You
you.
bet. Have a great night, folks.
Yep, bye.
That was quick.
Thanks for joining us.